Introducing
Charlotte,
Jenny,
and all that jazz.
Hello, here we are. I'm Jenny.
I'm Charlotte.
And we're so excited to be with you here on Backstage Radio.
So excited. Welcome to the first episode of
And All That Jazz. So we've been running this podcast for 6 months now.
Yes. Is this our 6-month anniversary?
It is our 6-month anniversary today,
We leveled
actually. Yes, and now we're here on Backstage Radio, joining your great presenters with all their fantastic chat and music.
Very excited to be here.
So we both work in all aspects of theatre and television, both backstage and on stage. And we're here to chat with you about our weekly experiences of life in the industry.
Yeah. So on that note, Jenny, what have you been up to? What's centre stage for you this week? Jenny's been doing some really exciting stuff, working with the ITV.
That's right. So I've been asked back to do some more rehearsal presenting for ITV. Previously, I did some for Lorraine This Morning and Loose Women.
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be for a political panel show. That's all I know about it at the moment. So I can't say too much because I don't know too much. But yeah, so I'll be doing that later in the month. I'll be doing that next week, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, down in Covent Garden.
So much because it's a political show.
Yeah, well, I've got to learn. I think I need to do some research before I get there so that I actually have something to say. Yeah. I'll be working with some of the presenters that I worked with last time as well, so I'm really excited to see them again. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that'll be so cool. And you're good again because you get to build those networks, make those networks stronger that you've already got.
Exactly. And it's another opportunity to brush up on my camera skills and talk back, auto cue, all that kind of thing. So yeah, looking forward to it. I don't know what to wear. Do I go cash or smart?
Smart cash.
Smart cash, yeah, there you go. You nailed it. So what's been centre stage with you this week?
What has been centre stage with me? So I have been working in Manchester.
Oh, that's right, on the Battle.
Yes, on the Battle. So
just to fill in our listeners, Charlotte got thrown in at the deep end as ASM on the Battle, which is a stage show about the rivalry between Oasis and Blur.
Yeah, well remembered.
So I saw it actually at the Rep, at the Birmingham Rep. I loved it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, you really liked it, didn't you? I'm not so sure.
So now it's gone off on a short tour, hasn't it?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be going to quite a lot of places around the UK, but it's only ended up in Manchester.
Oh, right.
Which makes sense because that's its hometown for Oasis. But yeah, the rest of the tour got cancelled because it wasn't selling very well.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a shame. It's a shame for the guys that are in it because for a lot of them it's their first show out of drama school.
Yeah, and they were expecting to go off on tour, so they prepared themselves. Yeah. Oh.
So it's a shame, but it sold pretty well over the last couple of days in Manchester, to be fair. I think news of it spread, and they had obviously the posters and things outside of the Royal Opera House to advertise it. And we had a lot of people walking in off the streets just that hadn't been to the theatre before, which was really cool.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. It's good that they can't see the chaos of backstage.
How did you get on?
It was honestly a bit mental. It was mental. You know, at the Birmingham Rep, there's a lot of space.
It's a deep stage, isn't it?
It's a deep stage. There's a lot of space in the wings. The stage is huge, so even when the set is huge, you've still got space in the wings, enough space to move. Whereas at the Royal Opera House, it's a really lovely theatre, and it's so its architecture is really incredible, but the stage is not as big, basically.
Yeah.
So the backstage space is tiny. Where the set finishes at the Rep, we had loads of space, and then we had black masking, which then created a crossover for the actors to run around. Beyond the crossover, then we had extra space to put furniture and to preset things.
Yeah.
So we had all of that space upstage. In Manchester, where the black masking comes in, it's only a crossover, so there's no space.
No storage.
No storage space. So all of that set then had to go into the wings.
It's fitting something the size of a watermelon into something the size of a lemon.
Where is that from?
I think it's from Three Men and a Baby, the film.
I've never
Answers
I've
on a
never heard
postcard.
that before. On stage left, I had quick change where wardrobe is basically set and where all of the actors' costumes are was all in my wing, and it wasn't before. It was upstage. It was just
So you've got a lot of people coming and going then as well, haven't you?
Yes.
A quick change, yeah.
Everybody's on my side, and we were all in each other's way all of the time. We managed to get to like a little less chaos by Saturday, but then it was time to rip it all back out again.
Yeah. That's the thing with touring, isn't it? It's a whole new track every time, really.
It is.
And you've got to relearn. Even if you try and keep the footprint of the show the same, you physically can't. You've only got available what you've got available space-wise. So, you're learning a whole new choreography, really, backstage, aren't you?
You are, and the actors are, especially on my side. I think Stage Right was able to remain relatively the same. But on my side, I just learnt the track anyway, because you said I've been chucking at the deep end. I literally just learnt the track.
You only learnt it in 2 shows, didn't you, as well?
Yeah. And then moving it into a new theatre and having to relearn it. Look, my brain was scrambled on Tuesday. So they started the getting on Monday. Tuesday, stage management came in at 10 a.m. Actors then came onto stage. I think it was around 12. It could have been 2. I don't know. It was a bit of a blur that day. And then we were doing scene changes with the actors. Obviously, a lot of stuff had to be changed as like where it was going off. And then we did a show that night.
Crikey.
So it was intense. Like, that day was just... My brain felt like it couldn't retain any more information. And I made some mistakes, which as an ASM is not great. Actors, went on without prop or something, but... They can act their way through it. But yeah, it was just nuts. I've not moved anything into a venue before, into a new venue.
Right.
So it was
a steep learning curve. Yeah. on all counts. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, well done though. Sounds like you handled it. Well done.
Thank you. I'm glad that it's over. I'm not gonna lie. I am glad that it's done. And now we move on to the next thing.
We move.
So, apart from the exciting ITV stuff, what else has been centre stage for you?
Well, I went away on holiday last week to Wales. Lovely few days in Wales. But as ever, while I was there, I had to do a couple of self-tapes. So I'm dragging furniture about and finding the best light and squashing myself up against windows, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I got them done and sent off. But... I haven't heard anything back. Will I ever? Really? That's the thing. Well, we've talked about this. We've talked about this before, haven't we? Where you spend so much time doing self-tapes, or you get asked for an availability check, and so you go through your diary, or you apply for a job and you brush up your CV and spend time doing that, send it off, and then you just get ghosted. You don't hear anything back.
No, it's horrible.
And it's a bit frustrating. But funnily enough, I read on the... Stage Management Association website the other day that they're doing a ghosting survey.
Oh, really?
So it's obviously a problem that is industry wide. It's not just for performers, it's stage management find this as well, that you apply for something and then you just get ghosted, and it's poor manners for a start, but it's also frustrating, isn't it, and time consuming. So they're doing a survey to find out more about that and people's experiences. So if anyone out there is interested in filling that in, then head to the SMA website.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good idea, because it'd be good to gauge how many people are actually experiencing that.
Yeah, it happens all the time, doesn't it? But people have got time to put out the adverts for things, but then they suddenly haven't got time just for a quick one line to say, sorry, we've gone in a different direction.
I know, and they usually, whenever you do get a response, it's usually an automated response anyway. So they're not writing individual emails to every single person.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be, does it? It just needs to be some acknowledgement. Yeah.
So, what were your self-tapes about?
The self-tapes were...
Yeah, what were they for?
One was for a presenting job. I'm with the Talent Talks website.
Yeah.
So jobs come up on there, and that was for a presenting job.
Nice.
And another one was for a short film, but the part was as a chat show host. So similar things, really.
Nice. So you've got that one checked off.
Yeah. Tick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll hear back from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was reading on the SMA website was about the Stage Management Awards. I don't know if you've heard about these.
I've never heard,
they've been going for several years now.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, the nominations are open. So if
anybody wants to vote for me, feel free.
I'll tell you the category, shall I?
Yeah.
Early career stage managers. So people that have just graduated
Yeah.
in 2024 or 25, I think.
Do you have to have graduated, or can you be early career?
No, just early career. Yeah,
So
early entry.
So I could be put into that category.
You could. Well, you've been around a few. You've been around the block.
Not as a stage manager. I've only learned that in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Oh, I might drop you a nomination. The Team Excellence Award.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, because it definitely takes a team to run backstage. If you don't work together well, you're stuffed.
You're up the fly floor without a ladder. Outstanding. Outstanding individual stage manager.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I know a few of those, actually.
Yeah, me
I've worked
too.
with some great stage managers.
Actually, I do have someone that I know I could nominate for that.
Oh,
Her name's Maddie Wade.
Oh, okay. Maddie, she's out there.
Fantastic.
And the Stage Managers Theatre of the Year. So if you are a stage manager and you've worked at a theatre that you particularly found fantastic, then you can nominate the theatre. Yeah.
Oh,
So there you go.
interesting. Would you nominate the rep?
I love the rep, actually.
I do like the rep.
And the nominations have to be in before the 13th of April. So you've got about 2 weeks to get those in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when I've not heard of them before. That's such a good idea.
I know they should shout about it more because...
They should.
Yeah.
The same as all backstage people should shout about how good they are.
Yeah,
more.
definitely. Yeah.
As a theatre, like creating a show, it takes so many more people working in a theatre to put on a show than just the actors or the production team or the creatives. Because, there's awards for best design and things like that, isn't there? But I'm so glad that there's a space for stage management.
Definitely.
To have their moment in the spotlight.
Yeah. So it's theatres and live events as well. So not just strictly sort of stage shows.
Yeah.
It's
that's great.
Yeah, right across the board. Yeah,
nice.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Wow, get out there, people, and vote.
I think because when people say stage manager, they immediately sort of assume, or their go-to thought is in a theatre doing a play, like Shakespeare type thing, don't you? But the industry is much, much wider than that.
Yeah.
Oh, talking of Shakespeare, how did you get on at your RSC induction?
Oh, I can't wait to start working there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, good.
I ended up only going in for an hour, literally just to have a little tour and to sit down and go through paperworky stuff.
What was the job?
My job for the RSC is for a casual stage and props technician.
Right.
So it'll be working across all of their venues as stage crew and props crew, basically. So anything they need to do with building sets, building things in the rehearsal rooms for the companies. I'm not sure about the props making yet, but props was on there, so it could be running you could be doing a props track in a show.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds all bits and pieces. Really varied then.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. My first shift there is going to be building some stuff for their creative learning department, because they're doing some sort of festival. I don't actually know the proper details, but it's not for a theatre space, which is really cool.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Really varied.
Really varied. My original first shift when I did my induction was supposed to be in paint shop. So they put me straight into paint shop, obviously after looking at my CV.
Yeah.
And I was going to be working in paint shop, but I did say to the lady that was showing me around about I went straight in there with the fees. I was like, as a scenic artist, I have a separate fee to my casual fee. So what would I do in that situation? And actually she was great. She was just like, well, what we'll do is get yourself a portfolio together and we'll show it to the head of scenic art at the RSC. And she was like, and then maybe she can just hire you of her own accord rather than us sending you in and to help out. We'll get her to just bring you in of her own
freelance accord. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done for speaking up and nipping that one in the bud, because I think so often you kind of get roped in.
Yep.
Not purposefully underhand.
No.
But just one thing leads to another, and suddenly you find yourself doing a job that you, otherwise would be much better paid for.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I was really proud of myself, actually, because
That's the time to do it, though, isn't it? When you're fresh off the bat, because then it's out there, it's laid on the table, and there's no awkwardness then.
And she didn't take any offence to it or anything. Like, honestly, she was great, and I couldn't have had a better response from her.
Good.
Because she was just like, do you know what? You're totally right. She was like, maybe we'll just put you in there as like an introduction. Basically, she was saying we were going to put you in there. You can network, meet everybody.
Yeah.
And then see where it leads. And I was like, that's great. Because she's already given me, I haven't even started there yet, and she's already given me the opportunity to be like,
to expand.
Hi, this is me. Yeah. I thought that was incredible. So
well, it's because it's one thing them sending you in there to help out for an hour or two.
Yeah, just priming or like paint things black.
But then that can easily bleed into a 12-hour shift of you painting using your scenic art skills.
Yeah.
And if they want your skills, then they should be paying for them, really. Yeah.
I was really proud of myself, and I was really grateful for her response. So that's why I'm really excited to start working there, because I feel like it's going to be a very fair and very opportunity driven, I feel.
Good. Oh, that's good. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Yeah, because I don't want to be pigeonholed
at
the RSC. Out of anywhere in the world, the RSC is my main goal to work at as an actor.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be pigeonholed there. That was one of the reasons that I wasn't sure as to whether to even apply for this job in the first place, because I didn't want to get stuck.
Excellent. Oh, good.
Very
I'm really
excited.
Glad. Do a little dance. Do a little dance.
Do a little dance. So I've actually got a choreographer dance for a hen party dance class.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I'm doing a lot of different things in this last week. Basically, I work for this company called Bespoke Functions, and I literally dip in and out once every 6 months or something like that. If I just fancy a bit of a change, they email me and were like, we really hope that you can cover this class because our tutor dropped out. It's in Birmingham. And I was like, yeah, what is it? And it was to teach 10 ladies on a hen do jive.
Oh, wow. Oh, that'll be fun.
So they wanted to have a jive, like, hour and a half dance class. But then they changed their mind, which means that they had to pick a new kind of theme for their hen party. And they want to learn a dance to Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Well, we won't be singing it. You just stick to the dancing.
Back to singing lessons we go. So now I've got a choreograph.
Hang on. Is that Andrew Lloyd Webber on the phone?
What would you want to be in if Andrew Lloyd Webber's? I'd like to give Cats a go. Even though I don't really like it as a musical, I'd just like to give it a go.
The costumes look quite fun.
Yeah, all the lycra.
Sweaty. I'd be in Cats, but I don't like milk, so I'd give that one a miss.
So yeah, basically they're paying me for my choreography, which will be my second paid choreography gig in my life.
Paid choreography, there you go. That's good. Brilliant.
Which is cool. So I've got a choreographer dance now to Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and then teach it. I reckon that they're going to do it.
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
That's quite a long time.
It's a long time, but it's not really a long time to learn a whole dance when you've got a room full of amateurs.
I was going to say, if you're doing a whole dance, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite intense.
It is intense. It's going to be intense.
Hard work.
And you've also got to, because it's a hen do, it's also got to be fun.
Oh, no.
I know.
You're going to have to be nice.
Who wants to dance and have fun at the same time?
I've actually been to a hen do dance class.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was good. It was a J-Lo song.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah,
you learn the whole thing?
I can't remember. No, I think we just did like a section of it.
Choreography? Disappointed, Jenny.
I can remember the choreography, darling. No, I can't remember exactly. It was more. It was more than 10 years ago. Yeah, it was fun. Kind of went a bit dressed up in J-Lo type outfits.
Oh, really?
Well, some of the girls tried to wear heels, but having danced myself, I was like, no, I think I'll just go with pumps, thanks.
You can do like heels classes. I once taught a burlesque hen party dance class.
If you're used to it, fine. And obviously, like if you're in proper dance footwear, it's okay.
It's fine,
but some of the girls had turned up just in their stilettos, and I was thinking, oh, that's not going to last long.
Ankles breaking all over the place.
Yeah. So, Jane, no. Oh, I hope that goes well for you.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make it... I always struggle because I'm trying to be really fun, but I'm also trying to teach at the same time. And I struggle to find the balance between where do I just let them...
I'm just so fun. I'm just crazy, I am.
Like, when do I let them have fun and when do I actually teach them? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know how many of them there'll be?
There's 10.
10. So you could split them into pairs and then they come up with a move each.
Yeah,
because then
count of 8.
That'll help them remember it because they'll at least remember their own bit that they've choreographed themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
That's several sets of 8 that you don't have to choreograph.
That is very true.
Jen's choreography top tip so there for you.
30 seconds worth of a dance. Now I've only got 3.5 minutes left to go.
There you go.
I did dirty dancing once and I got them to do the dirty dancing lift at the end. Yeah.
That's hardcore.
It was intense. But they smashed it.
I'm surprised that's all they smashed.
Yeah.
Crikey.
I was like,
no one's lifting me.
I was like, I bet that's going to come out when they're out in a club. You know, when I've been out with my aunties and stuff, we've done it before. We've lifted one of us.
Really?
Right, yeah. It took about 10 of us, but we lifted them.
What's this song? I've had the time of my life. Oh, put me back out.
I didn't only get one of them to do it. Like it was a team effort.
On the count of 3, we're having the time of our lives. No, that sounds really fun. I hope it goes well.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I hope I don't break anyone.
Just their spirit. Oh, I thought I had a spirit at home. I thought I had a ghost at home the other day. So I walked into the bathroom, just having a look round as you do, and I noticed all these little white spots across the window and the window ledge.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh, what's that? And I thought, oh, maybe it's toothpaste. You know, like it had sort of splattered. You know how it does up the mirror sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I thought, oh, it must be toothpaste. Maybe my little boy has got creative with the toothbrush, you know. Didn't think much of it. But then as I was looking round, I started noticing it everywhere across the bathroom.
What?
And it was like up the door and it was across the chair. And then I noticed this sort of spray of the white stuff was up the side of the bath. What? And then I noticed like all this foamy stuff down the side of the bath. And I realised what had happened was that the day before I'd dyed my roots.
Yeah.
And because I'd just done my roots, I had most of the bottle of dye left. So I thought, oh, I'll keep that. And then tomorrow, if it needs touching up, I'll have the rest of the bottle. So I stuck a cotton bud in the top of the lid because you can't seal it. So I stuck a cotton bud in the top and put it up on the shelf. Didn't think anything of it. What must have happened is that the chemicals in the bottle have reacted, sort of expanded or whatever, and exploded. And the cotton bud must have shot out. And then this bottle had launched itself across the bathroom, and it must have been quite spectacular, like whizzing round in midair, spraying this hair dye right across the bathroom, and then it had landed down the side of the bath and just foamed out. and I found the cotton bud halfway down the landing.
What?
So it had shot out of the bathroom door.
What? But it shouldn't have done that, should it?
Well, I've never seen it happen before, but then I've never tried to keep it like that before. But I was thinking, thank God I wasn't in the room when that happened, because it must have gone shooting across. It travelled about 3 feet, this bottle. Yeah. And it must have spun, because you can tell by the
shape of the
splatters. It spun mid-air. Ricocheted off a few surfaces.
That's a good way to create some art.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you should have got a canvas on the wall.
Yeah. That's how they solve murders, isn't it? From like the blood spatters up the wall, the direction of the blood.
Yeah. Jenny's next art project.
Blonde on canvas.
That's a good title.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. Write that down. I'll use that one.
I've got it.
Right, well, that's all we've got time for today. I've got to go and clean the bathroom thoroughly.
What have we learnt this week?
What have we learnt? We've learnt that if you're on tour, you have to fit something the size of a watermelon into something the size of a lemon.
What a lesson to learn.
Thanks for joining us for our first episode here on Backstage Radio.
Yes, don't forget that you can also catch us on our podcast on a Tuesday at 5 p.m.
That's on all podcast platforms.
Yes.
And here on demand at backstageradio.co.uk. So join us next week for more on theatre, television and all that jazz.